everybody, my name is Touche and welcome to my most procrastinated video of the year. Yeah, I waited a long time to get this one out, but it's finally here. Today we're talking about for me, my top 10 best movies of the year. Now, remember, this is my opinion. These are the movies I just enjoyed the most throughout the year. I had the best time watching them, they were most rewatchable, and by the end of the year I'm like, that was the movie I liked the most, or that was the movie that was okay, or really good. This doesn't mean these are the best films that came out this year for everyone. You don't need to share my opinion. Just because I said it's my favorite doesn't mean you need to have it as your favorite. So, take my opinion with a grain of salt, but these are my favorite films this year. But without further ado, let's get started. So coming in at number 10 is The Magnificent Seven. I have not seen this movie on anyone's lists. Really, I haven't. But am I really surprised? No. This film mostly was good to me and got on this list just because I love westerns. I always have, and I probably always will. And this was a kick-ass fucking western, I'll tell you that. This movie had some of the best action I ever saw through most of the year. It was fucking great. It was so enjoyable, and I can't wait to watch it again. I think it just came on Blu-ray. I'm going to go pick it up sometime. Anyway, it was a great film. So moving on to number 9 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Again, another movie I haven't seen on anyone's lists. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I just am. I always have been since I was a little kid. I love the books, love the movies. So when there was a new Harry Potter movie coming out, I was excited. Fantastic Beasts was great. And although I never did a review, I probably would have given it about a B+. And I don't know why I never did a review, I just didn't. But by the end of the movie, I really enjoyed it. I walked out of the theater satisfied, and I saw it twice in theaters. It was great. So, moving on, coming in number 8 is Doctor Strange. I have about 3 Marvel movies on this list, so be wary. But this one is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was awesome. It was a trippy movie. It was amazing CGI, amazing characters, well, for some of them, and overall was really good. I loved the film. It had a great performance by Benedict Cumberbatch, and overall was very enjoyable, and I think it was a pretty good entry into the MCU. Okay, coming next, this is a shocker. I thought this film would be in the bottom 5 or bottom 3 at most, maybe even number 1. But after seeing it, I realized that there were better films this year, regardless how much I like it. And number 7 is Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Yeah, shocker, this is not as higher up as I thought it would be. I thought this would be number 1. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, it was a good movie. This doesn't mean it's a bad movie, so don't kill me. The movie is good. It's just not as good as I thought it would be or as I wanted it to be. Force Awakens was my favorite film of last year. It was number 1 because it was great. Rogue One was good. It was satisfying, but not number 1. And coming in after Rogue One is Sully. Not seen this anywhere on anyone's list. I haven't seen much positiveness for this movie. I loved this movie. This movie was great. Had great directing, great acting, and overall, I thought it was very well paced. Going back and watching it, I really enjoyed this movie. I think I saw it twice in theaters. I loved Tom Hanks. He was great in the film. Overall, it was an amazing film. And coming in after Sully, the next Marvel movie. This one, technically not Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that's Deadpool. Fuck yeah, Deadpool was awesome. Deadpool proved we can have a rated R superhero movie and have it work by following the character. I love Deadpool. I saw it a bunch of times in theaters, saw it a bunch of times when it came on Blu-ray. My whole family loves it. I love it. All my friends like it. I haven't really seen much negative towards Deadpool. It's a great fucking movie. It's so awesome. I actually just did that. Shit. Anyway, coming after Deadpool, Hacksaw Ridge. God, I loved Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge was fucking spectacular. It was patriotic, and as patriotic as you can get. The movie was great. It had great directing. Mel Gibson. Like, fuck. Who thought Mel Gibson would be that great at directing? I mean, yes, say what you want about Passion of the Christ, but this was his movie where I think his directing shined, and I am so looking forward to whatever Mel Gibson brings next. Also, same with Andrew Garfield. His acting in that movie was awesome. It was phenomenal. Anyway, coming in number 3 is Deepwater Horizon, which is now our backdrop. Loved this movie. Mark Wahlberg was fucking great in it. The CGI was amazing. The stakes were high, and I felt every bit of emotion from start to finish in that movie. It was phenomenally great. Can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray because I want to watch it a billion times and then a billion times more. Anyway, coming at number 2, these are the top two. These are the two big movies. And these are the two, I think, most surprising on what I put as number 2 and what I put as number 1. But anyway, let's get in. So number 2 is Captain America Civil War. Holy fuck. Captain America Civil War was amazing. It's one of my favorite MCU films. Bringing all these characters we know so well and having them clash and actually work, unlike other movies, was great. The introduction to Spider-Man, Black Panther, done it perfectly. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, without a doubt. So seeing him in the MCU was fucking fantastic. The movie was done really good, and I loved it. Anyway, moving on. So here it is. Here is my number 1 favorite film that came out in 2016. And I didn't think this would be number 1. I had a lot of going for number 1. Hacksaw Ridge, Civil War, Deepwater Horizon. I didn't know what would be my number 1. But when I saw this movie, and I saw it 5 times in its first week being in theaters, and I plan to see it a billion times more, and that movie is Moana. I have not seen a single person put this in their top 5. Some don't even have it on the list. But Moana was my favorite film this year. It was the most rewatchable film I saw this year. One of the most fantastically animated films I've ever seen. Had some of the best characters I've seen in a Disney film in a while. And yes, none of you are going to agree with me with that. I'm not a big fan of what Disney's done the past little bit. I don't like Tangled, I don't really like Big Hero 6, and I really don't like Frozen. But Moana was good. Moana was great. It was fucking fantastic. I loved Moana. So I had to put it as number 1. There was no other choice but Moana for number 1 for me when it come down to it. So, anyway guys, those were my top 10 favorite films this year. 2016 was an okay year for cinema. I mean, it wasn't a great year in general, not just because of, celebrity deaths. Yes, it was sad, but 2016 just wasn't a good year for me personally. And I guess a lot of people agree with that. Everyone wants to have 2016 burn in hell for the rest of eternity. So let's hope 2017's good, and I have a lot of films I am excited for in 2017. Anyway, guys, my name's Suchet. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, even if it's a little late. Love you guys.